Hey everyone, we are at SHOT Show 2024. I am at the Century Arms booth with a very recognizable figure in the gun world. I got Chad with me here, and we're going to be talking through some of their new products coming here for 2024, as well as some additions to their lineup here a little bit later on with the Canic series. But if you guys have been following the channel, you know I've been testing out Century Arms products for literal years, and especially a sibling to the one that I have here in my hands with the BFT-47. But Century Arms obviously has a reputation for importing guns from all over the world, but a lot from Romania with the Wassers. Everyone knows and loves the Wassers. And Century Arms has really been striving to perfect the American-made AK as well. Again, most recently with the BFT-47 that I recently reviewed on the channel, but now we've got it in a couple different calibers, correct?
Correct.
So this one here is their 5.56. Now this is not a US Paul mag or anything like that, but it is going to be compatible with the standard 5.56 AK Max. Like this is an AC Unity. So for those of you who enjoy shooting AKs, but have had a hard time getting ammo or don't want to pay the prices for the ammo that's out there, now you've got a more available ammunition with a much more secure supply line, at least for now. Hopefully that's going to be improving in the future with the other Comblock calibers. But basically the same BFT-47 that we know and love. Obviously it's got the optic rail, but now available in 5.56.
Correct. Yep.
So that's pretty exciting. Do we have a rough approximation of when this might be available?
April. They tell me April.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hold him to that, but that's the numbers, that's the dates that are being thrown around. And then something that I talked to these guys about back in 2020, last time I was at SHOT Show, they were talking about doing a 5.45 gun, and that is now an option you guys are going to have as well, correct?
Yeah.
So this is BFT-74, hence the AK-74 and 5.45. And again, this one's going to be shipping with a Magpul mag. Again, hopefully US Palm is going to be covering that in the future, but again, I'm not going to hold them to any promises or anything like that, but it just makes sense. But again, all the good features that we experienced with the BFT-47 and 7.62x39, but now in 5.45.
Correct. Yep.
So you've got the really, really durable finish. You've got the optics rail. You've got the oversized paddle magazine release, which I really, really like. You've got a bayonet lug and a cleaning rod, which is a really nice addition to the American-made AK line from Century Arms.
Beautiful maple.
Yeah.
Forget about the furniture. It's really nice.
Yeah, and I'm assuming these are going to be available with other furniture configurations as well?
I think so, but for now, this is the only one I've seen. So,
okay.
yeah.
Well, again, we're not going to hold them to it, but again,
we never say no. We
never say no. That's a good policy to have. And again, knowing what Century Arms has done in years past, it just makes sense that there will be other options available as well, like
Tell
polymer.
us what you want. We'll see if we can make it happen.
Right. And honestly, customer feedback is always important, and again, hence how we got to the BFT-47 line in the first place.
Correct.
Obviously, not the first American-made AK line from Century, but they took a lot of that customer feedback to only improve the line to where these things are grossly overbuilt, in my opinion, but that's what the AK market requires, it seems like, here in the US.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, if you've followed my channel again, you've probably seen me testing out one of the old C308s built off of a Set Me C kit, but what do I have here?
Yes. So this is the CA3.
Okay.
And we were just talking off camera. I just watched this video on that on the way here to SHOT Show. Again, coming from a different company, different products, trying to educate myself on all these items, and you were a huge help in that. So
well, good. I appreciate that.
Yeah, keep watching the channel because you'll learn a lot. Trust me. I'm living proof of that. So.
Well, I appreciate that. It's nice to be on that end of things and being able to educate, hopefully. But these are not, again, the Set Me C kits. These are actually built off of the old Portuguese G3s, correct?
Yep, yeah. We bought all of them from the Army there,
So that means you've got a lot of the features that the HK lovers like for the cloning. So you've got the diopter rear sight instead of that really terrible little rotating flip rear sight that I was not a fan of. You can make it work, and you can actually zero this appropriately, unlike the issues I had zeroing the C308, because again, the Set Me program, it's going to be more compatible with the other handguards on the market because it's got that front tab like the HK style, and it's going to have the paddle magazine release as well, straight out of the box. Again, you guys know I had to add that to my C308, so that is a really nice package to have.
Well, so far this is the configuration that we're going to have with PTR is doing these for us. So, yeah, same fire control group, different barrel, different receiver, so They're sharp looking guns. I can't wait to get one of these things. I mean, I hope they let me have one of these things. But
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. But so April, I believe it said April.
Okay.
We'll start shipping these out.
So not too terribly far in the future, and that's really cool. And I even heard from someone, obviously because this is going to be from surplus parts kits, they're using what parts they can. And I've even heard that there might be doing some battle wearing look to like the barrel and receiver.
Correct.
Just to have it be one nice kind of package aesthetically, which we all know aesthetics don't matter, but it's also the most important part. If you're not looking cool when you're out at the range,
you gotta look cool.
What's the point, you know? Exactly. And then obviously this has the green furniture. There might be some other furniture options available as well from what I've been teased, but now obviously if this is an HK surplus kit, it's gotta be terribly, terribly expensive. So what are these gonna be coming to market at?
Sub $1,000.
That's
$995. Yeah.
Pretty dang compelling, if you ask me. And because one of the cool things about like the G3 line of guns is the mags are still very readily available and still very, very affordable. Like this is a HK G3 stamped magazine from 1967, and you could probably go online and find these for under $10 a piece now.
Yep.
That's like the cheapest good magazine that's available on the market for any gun that I'm familiar with.
We're calling it the CA3.
The CA3.
So there's no confusion later on down the road.
Yeah, well there you go. And do you know if these are going to be 5/8 by 24 up front with the barrels that PTR is doing?
I have to get confirmation on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, no worries. I'll throw that on screen if I can.
I would assume so, but yeah, you know what happens when you assume. So
exactly. Yeah. I know the barrels that PTR was doing in the past were 5/8 by 24. I'm not going to hold them to any promises.
That's why I'm assuming that. Yeah.
If I can, I'll put it on screen too and add that in there.
Annotations.
Annotations, yeah. Words on screen if I can actually take the time to edit. So really, really cool stuff coming from Century. Anything else you want to touch on with these long guns?
I think you pretty much covered it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's move on over to the new Canic line that is coming out and something really exciting that you guys are collaborating on a project with.
Yes.
So again, if you guys have been following the channel, you know years and years ago I did a review of the Canic TP9 SF Elite. Ran 1,000 rounds over like 2 or 3 days. It ran flawlessly. Since then, they've only been expanding and adding to the Canic lineup. But this is a really cool collaboration that you guys just kind of announced. What do I have here?
Yeah, so 2 years ago, I don't know who wrote it down on a napkin, but somebody wanted to do a collaboration with Taryn Butler of Taryn Tactical Innovations. If you know anything about Taryn, world champion shooter, great guy, has been really great as far as pushing the ball forward in the entertainment industry. So he's responsible for the training in all the John Wick movies, et cetera, et cetera. So Taryn's a great guy. We couldn't think of a better person to collaborate with on a handgun. John Wick series of movies really put it on the map. So Taryn designed this thing along with our Canic product development team, and we came up with this amazing Canic, it's called the TTI Combat. So Taryn Tactical Innovations pistol on a Canic design. So.
And incorporated comp on the front here. And then one cool thing is the attachment system for this comp keeps it a very short overall package, so you're not adding a ton of length to the front of the gun also, just the way it kind of pins on there.
Yeah, so it's a proprietary comp. It doesn't thread on. It's like sort of cammed and locked on, and it has a safety pin here, so very easy, quick disconnect basically to get it off. So it's cleaning your barrel, it's not a pain. Timing the comp when you put it back on, not a pain. So it just comes right on, comes right off, goes right back on, and it's timed perfectly.
Yeah, so I mean, matching that with the already really good ergonomics of the Canics with the replaceable back straps, all that stuff, and the phenomenal trigger, honestly, one of the, if not the best, striker-fired triggers on the market, especially in a polymer frame gun.
There's a lot of people here that have pulled it and they agree with you.
Yeah. It kind of speaks for itself. I know a lot of guys back home in the pistol competition world who, against guys running all the other fancy, I'm not going to name any brands, but other fancy, really, really expensive handguns out there, they're doing better with their Canic, rival line, or presumably with one of these if they had one, than a lot of those guys spending 4, 5, 10 times as much on their pistol. And you guys just recently had someone win like a world championship
Nils,
with it, right?
Yeah, Nils is one of the best shooters in the world. In fact, he used to shoot for Taryn, and when he told Taryn that he wanted to come over to Canic, Taryn couldn't agree more, so he sent him over here. Taryn Butler himself sent him over here. So
it's hard to get a much better recommendation than that. But obviously this is kind of the signature product here as far as the Canic line. They have a whole lot more, including other SKUs that are going to include pistol dots as well, correct?
Right.
And you guys are now, well, now you guys have probably been doing it, but it's going to be Century or Canic optics on those guns, correct?
Correct. Yep.
So what kind of bolt patterns are you guys dealing with those, do you know?
The Trijicon,
The SRO?
thank you, yes. It's Friday at SHOT Show.
It's been a long week, guys.
Yeah, a little fuzzy. Essentially, they're patterned pretty much for any popular optic that you want to put on your pistol. And the TTI Combat is no different. So,
Yeah.
Yep, it's optics ready.
And you guys are doing a ton of other accessories now, like, well, not now, again, you guys have been doing it, but to help support the people that already have the Canic. So you guys are offering other backstrap options, magwell options.
Yeah, so the highest value in the industry, you open up a box to a Canic pistol, and it's not, people used to say like, oh, you know, those guns are really great, you know, for the price of it. They're just great guns, and you just happen to get a bunch of stuff in the box along with it. So it's a super high value package.
Yeah.
This is no different.
Yeah, and again, like he just said, it's a great gun for the money. Again, that's kind of what we've gotten used to saying in the industry when it comes to the Canic. But again, money disregarded, it's a good gun. Again,
correct.
Someone just won world champions with them. Friends of mine are competing with them and performing as well as they could possibly perform against guns that cost significantly more. So
right out of the box.
Yeah, just ignore the for the money part. It's just a good gun. Period.
Yes, MSRP on this is $949.
Yeah, under $1,000 MSRP. And as any of you who have been in the gun world know, if you're paying MSRP for a gun, you're probably not shopping smart enough. So you can assume a street price even less than that. And again, this is just a complement to their already expansive Canic line. You've got the micro compacts now, you've got the full size, you've got the regular compacts. They've got a lot of the bases covered, a lot of different aesthetic styles too, so you can kind of fit whatever your style is, whether you like the kind of tropical look with some of the paint jobs I've seen out there, or something a little bit more monochrome. There's plenty of options out there.
Yes.
Anything else you want to add about the Canic line?
Thank you guys for all your support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, we're just scratching the surface here of what they've got at their booth. There's a lot of really cool stuff. They're not stopping the imports of like Romanian AKs. There's a bunch of really cool stuff off here to my left. They're still doing a ton with the MKE produced MP5s in both pistol and rifle variants. So again, kind of cover as much as is possibly out there.
Check out the Canic carry line. You've got the Mete MC9s, great gun. Been very popular at the show as well. So and you can always go to canicusa.com to check out more, or centuryarms.com.
Perfect, yeah, and I'll have links to their social media down below, and then I'll have the text on screen, but I believe in you guys. I know you know how to use Google. You can find the website without me linking it and getting this video taken down off of YouTube. Anything else you want to add?
Thank you for coming by.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Chad,
appreciate it.
thank you very much for your
guys.
time.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing a lot more coverage here at SHOT Show 2024, so stay tuned for that. But as always, I hope you got something out of this video, and I really appreciate you watching.